Make a Path presents Let's Talk. Will Maggie hang herself? Let's talk. Alright, Dadheads, this is a highly requested viewer topic. To get started, I just want to interject here that, me personally, I believe that we have a 50-50 shot of seeing Maggie on a TV show hang herself like she did in the comic. Earlier, I did not believe so because they made this character a very strong female character. Early on from her appearance in The Walking Dead, by season 3, we saw how excited she was because she was killing walkers and this, that, and the third. Like, she was excited in her growth, in being able to stand up for herself, protect herself, her and her family, and her loved ones, yada, yada, yada. I partially brought this up in one of my recent Q&A videos. Issue 54 of the comic, Abraham convinces them to leave the farm and make the trek to DC because of Eugene and the mission. Now, we get issue 55 where almost nothing major happens. Rick has this vision of his zombie wife, and she ends up eating him, biting him, and he wakes up and it's a terrible nightmare. But other than that, there's not a lot of interesting stuff that happens. Now, to end this issue, and this was recent after Maggie just found out that she lost Herschel. Now, we get to the end of issue 55 and we see that the cliffhanger is in fact Maggie hanging herself. Early on when we start issue 56, they have a few pages here where we get Abraham saying we should just kill her. Glenn punches Abraham in the face. Abraham pulls out his gun. Rick pulls his gun on Abraham. And this also builds tension between Rick and Abraham, which is very possible they can do that again in the TV show. So this is where they go with it. For the majority of issue 56, we get that Maggie hanging herself, Rick and Abraham dynamic. Even when Rick wakes up the next morning, he goes to piss and we see a walker come out and almost bite Rick. Think about it. We just saw in the preview Rick going like this. Now Glenn is next to Rick, so maybe they won't go this direction. The walker's about to bite Rick's arm. Abraham could shoot the walker. Maybe this is after Maggie tried hanging herself and they redo a scene that was done in the comic. So this could possibly see that Abraham saves Rick at the last moment. And this is the next day after Maggie tried hanging herself. But what I'm saying is, as comic book fans, we want to see some of these things from the comic book enter the show. But some of them that are in the comic are for the specific structure of a comic book. That's why we love certain things so much. Even though some of us are like, oh, that was a cliffhanger they just gave us because they had nothing else. Yeah, probably. Kirkman probably had nothing else. But he took something that was realistic. At this point, Maggie lost everything. And she didn't even know that Glenn was her everything. After she tried to kill herself, when she rebounds from trying to kill herself, Glenn becomes her everything, and that's her newfound strength. Now, in the TV show, what I find interesting is if Maggie tries to kill herself and then we lose Tyrese, Maggie can put her mourning aside for a moment and try to help comfort Sasha. That might be some great story development there and character development to bring those two characters together. If they had a loss technically close in relation, because it's only a few weeks away, maybe a month away, they can kind of heal together, if you know what I mean. So that's an aspect that they could take with Maggie hanging herself. Again, I think that it's 50-50, but there are signs there that they might be using pieces of the comic book story and integrating it into something that's going to happen in the TV show coming in the second half of season 5. So again, I'm 50-50 on it, but I would love to know what you guys think. Do you think Maggie will try to kill herself in The Walking Dead? Leave your opinions and thoughts down below. I'm done talking. It's your turn. Subscribe now.